Okay, it was good. I just watched the breakdown of all the MCU, and obviously it got announced the other day that the new Doctor Doom says right here, why is it impossible to get Doctor Doom right? Why is it? I don't know. I don't know. About to know. But obviously, the new Doctor Doom was announced as a Tony Stark actor. I forgot his name.
How romantic.
I forgot his name. But that's a good actor. It's one of my
Victor, please.
favorite actors. I don't know how it's going to happen, but...
Call me Doom.
The Fantastic Four are the founding
yeah.
members
This
of
is
the
a
Marvel
new
Universe,
announced Marvel
and their chief
movie.
antagonist,
Let's
Dr. Doom,
find out why
is
Dr. Doom is
arguably the biggest
impossible
enemy
to
of
make.
Marvel's entire publishing line. And yet, everyone's
Is that a
favorite
Tesseract,
Latvian
bro?
has struggled
Is
to
that
be
Tesseract
accurately
from
adapted
Avengers?
to the big screen.
Avengers Season 1.
But before we get too
No,
deep
Avengers
into today's
what?
topic, please be sure to subscribe to
From Loki
Nerdstalgic for
Season
more
1.
Marvel content just like this.
Okay, tune in, Nerd
First
Subject.
appearing in Fantastic Four number 5,
Okay.
Victor Von Doom, the scientist, magician, and
Yeah, I don't know
politician.
if you can see any of this. I'm gonna move my damn near face over this side so I can actually read what says. That's a lie, bro. I'm not reading that shit. Too many words, bro. I'm gonna mess it up. I know that. Not
Fits
embarrass
many of the
myself in
classic
front of the
tropes
camera.
of
But
pulp
why?
villains. He's an aristocrat ne'er-do-well who grew over a 70-year publishing career into being one of the most fearsome antagonists ever to appear on the printed page. Originally from the
Okay.
fictional nation-state of Latveria,
Is he
Von
better
Doom
than
was
Thanos?
depicted in his
'Cause I know
early
Thanos is
four-color
peak
appearances
villain
as a classmate
era.
of Reed Richards. While working on a
Can he
science
live up
experiment,
to the
things
hype?
took a turn for the worse. Von Doom was horrifically scarred.
not?
This instilled in him a goal of revenge against Mr. Fantastic, and gives him the idea to create a suit of armor that will serve as his greatest asset in his war on the residents of the Baxter
If he
Building.
stick it to his
Revenge is
face,
life, Richard.
pause.
Doom's first appearance outside the printed page was on the
So
episode
he
Dr.
low-key-
Doomsday in a segment
Bro,
of the
he low-key
1966
paused it,
animated
I'm trying to
program
pause you, you
Marvel.
gotta pause, bro. You gotta pause when I say. So is he like another version of Iron Man? Because he just said he had armor, and you know Iron Man had a lot of armors.
Since
different
then, he's
armors.
appeared countless times across roughly a dozen animated programs.
He does have
However,
armor, bro.
his first live-action debut came in the form of the 1994 Roger Corman-produced Fantastic
Okay.
Four feature film.
When the hell
Regrettably,
was this?
it was never released to the public due to rights issues.
Pitiful.
Subsequently, when Tim Story's 2005 film Fantastic Four finally got off the
2005
ground, it
Fantastic
introduced
Four?
the villain in question. Played by rising star Julian McMahon,
I haven't seen
to
this
audiences and legions of fans who were eagerly
I've seen that one.
anticipating
I've
seeing
seen
a
that
big
one.
budget rendition of
Was
the
he in
quintessential
there?
nemesis.
I don't remember that.
The only problem
I don't
being,
remember that.
they got generic business
Wait, no, I
tycoon
haven't seen
Electro
this one.
in a weird green coat
I've not
with
seen that
metal
one.
skin. None of Doom's regality, his super genius, or even his motivations beyond just
Oh, so
like
he's a super
third-rate
genius, bro.
Lex Luthor manifested in the finished film. Did things get a little better in 2007's
I
Fantastic
think that
Four:
could
Rise
work
of the
because
Silver Surfer?
if they have Tony Stark actor, bro, that guy was a good at being a intelligent person.
Get it.
Intelligent person? No, a genius. He literally just said genius. He was good at playing a genius.
Marginally.
So maybe
The story shows
live up to
Silver
the hype.
Surfer's
I did see
cosmic
that one.
energy
That
freeing
one,
Doom
remember that
from his
actor?
metal bioskin
And the one that had
and
the-
restoring him
the
to his
Captain
human
America
form.
actor?
Only he's now
if you know,
horribly
you know
scarred.
from the new.
Sure,
Hey, I ain't gonna
it's
say
close
it. I
enough,
ain't gonna
but
say too
then,
much.
of course,
Unless
the movie
people
has
haven't
to do
seen
this.
any Deadpool. The spoilers for that movie.
They do away with Doom by
So?
just knocking him into the ocean. Neither of these
fuck,
Tim
I
Story
don't know
films
who
do
watched
any of
this
the
shit, bro.
characters
Okay.
justice, but
Those
the
can
way
get
they
spoiled.
handle Dr. Doom hurts most of all.
This is what a man looks like who embraces his destiny.
And then we have Josh Trank's 2015 film, Fantastic Four, which had Toby Kebbell playing our favorite once and future dictator. Would
Yeah,
this
I haven't-
version
I
be
haven't
better?
seen this
No,
either.
this is probably the
I've
worst
seen
of the
clips from
bunch.
this,
I'm going to fix this.
and I've heard people say that it's the worst.
In
of
this
the,
version, he's
the
an astronaut
Fantastic Four.
scientist who gets marooned on planet Zero, hit with crazy cosmic radiation, and his body merges with his suit, and then
What?
gains telekinetic powers. The reason that Doom works in the comics and is arguably the best big bad of all time is the fact that the character's
That's a
internal
cold
trauma
shot, bro.
fuels his external mastery of multiple disciplines. He studied with Tibetan monks in order to be a dark warlock. He's
So
gone to
he
school in
studied with
order to be a
Tibet?
super genius level scientist. He's willed himself into being a freedom fighter that has staged a rebellion and then set himself up as a de facto ruler of an impoverished Eastern European country. He's even conned Doctor Strange into helping him on a sojourn into the bowels of hell to attempt to free the soul of his mother. If that's
What
not
the
commitment to an
fuck?
idea, I don't know
Bro,
what
I
is.
don't know how they're gonna
and yet,
do
when
this.
he makes the jump to the big screen,
how they're gonna
all of
do
those
this.
elements are discarded over and over and over again. They can't even commit to the idea that his name is Dr. Doom.
There is no victor. There is only doom.
He's arguably the greatest villain in comics history, and he's been
his
adapted
name
into
is
live
Victor
action
Doom?
on 4 separate occasions, and they're all terrible. They all pale in comparison to the character's potential scope of what Lee and Kirby established
Why didn't
and
I
what
say
the armies
Doctor
of
Doom,
creators
bro? If he's a
since have
doctor,
developed.
He can be Doom, just
Doom
like
is
Doctor
a character
Strange.
that's an
Like,
amalgamation.
Strange is a
He's
strange
Dr.
name, to be
Frankenstein,
honest.
Merlin, Dr.
Yeah,
Moreau,
Doctor
and
Strange
countless
already
other
sounds
iconic
like-
villains
Well,
rolled
no, it
into
doesn't
one.
sound like a real name.
Doom works so
Dr.
well because
Doom?
he's the
Not that
polar
bad compared to
opposite
Doctor
of the
Strange, bro.
Fantastic
Actually,
Four.
way better
They're
than
a
Doctor
family.
Strange.
They need each other. They all
Yes,
have glaring
this one, I
flaws
did
and
like this
weaknesses
one.
that the other
Captain
members of the
America.
team compensate for. However,
Captain
Doom's
America.
ego
What
and
the hell? Why
self-centeredness
is it so
prevents him
big?
from finding a family to solve his own weaknesses and pain, which leads to the symbiotic relationship between Doom and the Fantastic Four. Doom literally wants to be Reed, and he hates Reed at the same time.
I hate you. All of you.
During Secret War, Doom pulled in the various members of the Fantastic Four and made them his family, adopting Valeria and
so he might
Franklin
be in
and
the
taking
Fantastic
Sue
Four
as his
movie.
wife. This version of Doom's unchecked ego is grounded in emotional vulnerability while still being operatic and Shakespearean, perfect material for the big screen. This is exactly the type of thematic through line that all of
One
these
thing
film
about the
adaptations
comics, why do
miss.
they all wear those
Doom
damn
and the
underwears
Fantastic
on the
Four
outside of
are
their
a
clothes,
part of a
bro? Like,
single
look at that shit.
organism.
What the hell
They
is
need to be
that?
connected
Who the hell
thematically,
invented this, bro?
and this is exactly the type
They
of
really
thematic through
drew a
line that
picture
all of
damn
these film
underwears on that
adaptations miss.
rock, bro. I thought
Doom
that
and
shit
the
looked
Fantastic
good.
Four
Come on
are
now. What the hell is this? Come on, bro. And look, she's even got. Oh, is that who is
of
that?
a single organism.
She's even got the
They
damn
need to be
underwear
connected
on the
thematically
outside.
and
Just post the way
literally.
that shit
Doom is
underneath.
all of the
I don't know why they do
competency
that.
and skill of 4 people instilled
The
into a
cape?
single
What?
individual.
What?
Doom is Reed's intellect, Johnny Storm's charisma and theatrical personality, the strength of the Thing, and passion of Sue Storm. These elements are all represented by his
I'm
autodidactic
excited to see
approach to
Fantastic
skill
Four.
accrual and
So the
undiluted
next
willpower.
Marvel phase,
But Doom
bro, I'm pretty
is
excited
alone.
for all of that, to
He
be
has no
honest.
one to check him, and therefore his ego is out of control. He's
I say
adrift in a
Doom's
sea
fit
of
is
self-aggrandizement,
odd, though. Like, look
for
at
his
this.
ego is out of
It's like a middle, so it's like an Iron Man with the green cape and a hoodie
control.
on.
He's
That's
adrift
cold,
in a
bro.
sea
That
of
is
self-aggrandizement,
cold. I don't fuck with
and
the little dress
this is
underneath,
always
but-
his undoing.
Hey, it is
Doom's
what it is,
complexity
bro.
is
I
what
think Marvel
makes him
changed it up. They
interesting.
always-
His
that was
love for
Marvel
Sue
with
Storm
I,
and his hatred for
custom,
Reed
bro,
Richards,
if you know
his
what I mean.
constant feuding with the Thing, his objective brilliance, and the Achilles heel of his ego. This is why Doom's upcoming inclusion into the MCU feels so perfect. It's been confirmed that Doom is going to appear in the MCU at some point,
Yup.
and it would stand to reason that he's going to be the primary antagonist
Well, they really
in the
got,
Fantastic Four film
the-
that's going to open Phase 6.
What's his name?
My friend,
Jim from
I
the
have
office.
prepared
They really
well
got Jim from the
this
office.
day.
Additionally, it's been confirmed
Fantastic
that
Four.
Secret Wars is going to be the final film of Phase 6. We have a whole video about Secret Wars, if you're curious. There's a link in the description and at the end of this
So I
video.
think they're gonna do it.
In short, Doom steals the
like
power of the Beyonders,
a
forges a
Infinity War
dimension made from
and,
shards of the Marvel
Endgame
multiverse,
in the
and
same,
anoints
like,
himself
back to
as a
back.
god. It's
Well,
one of the
then-
best things
oh,
Marvel
that
has
is
published,
cold.
maybe
That is
ever.
cold,
The
that
fact
pic
that they're
right there.
doing
They
an
gotta recreate
adaptation
that.
of
They
Secret
have to
Wars
recreate
means
that.
they're inherently on the right path. This means they're setting Doom up as a threat with real stakes. They obviously get the fact that to do Doom right, you can't think small. You can't have a business tycoon mindset or a scientist marooned on another dimension approach to the character. Doom is a big swing. He doesn't work any other way. There's no grounded, low-stakes version of the character. They've tried those approaches to the character,
I'm
and they
excited to
just
see what
don't
they
have
do.
legs.
Like,
Think
if what he's saying is
share
true,
my life with you.
bro is bigger
Dr.
than
Doom
big, bro.
is a man that is
Bigger than-
arguably the antagonist of an entire universe. And
Holy
if done correctly,
entire
he
universe.
could give Marvel the greatest second act any franchise has ever seen.
Oh shit!
And that's
if
it
they
for this
come
one.
up with the greatest
But
second
if you
act
like
ever, bro, that shit could be crazy.
Nostalgic,
What's
and
he
you
got to
want to
say?
help support the channel in a major way,
Hey, thank you,
check out our
Nostalgic.
merch shop
Nerd
and grab
Nostalgic.
one of our limited
You're a
edition
nerd and
hats.
nostalgic.
Thanks
To
for
me,
watching the
bro, he's
video
both of them.
and
It
being a
won.
part of our channel.
Nerdalgic. Thank you, bro. Good video. I liked it. I'm excited to see what they do with Dr. Doom in the Marvel, and I'm excited for the next round. Round 2, wait, what round is it? Round 5? I forgot what they call it. Season 5? No. Phase 5. That's what I'm excited for. Phase 5, bro. I'm excited for the future of Marvel. After seeing Deadpool, I locked back in. I was kind of locked out for the last few years, but I'm locked back in after Deadpool. Thank you, and goodbye.